Welcome, all you Libras, to your monthly reading for the month of May. And we've been looking over the chakras each month. We start at the root chakra in January, and here we are in May. So we're up to the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra. We've got all these beautiful blues that are present here, which represents the color of the throat chakra. And so for this month's reading, we're just going to be asking the question, how or where can we more clearly communicate in our lives? So we're going to start off first with a card here from these Seeker Oracle and just see in general what the Creator wants you to know for the month of May regarding your communication. So for our Libras, what would you like them to know, please? Okay, no, they want any of those. All right, that's just the one right there. And you've got connection is necessary. So that definitely, I love these elephants here. It's just, it almost looks like a butterfly too from a distance. But I like that because, so the message is that there is a need for clarity and communication. You have a situation in your life, a specific relationship that they want you to be aware of. And they are nudging you to say communication is necessary. It's time to do it now. It's time to buckle up, Buttercup, and extend your hand and do it for yourself because, this is a general reading, but it feels like this is your last chance, or, like someone may leave out of your life and you're not going to be able to communicate with them, or they're going to pass away or something. It's like, do this for yourself. If for no other reason, reach out, and connection is necessary for this. So don't let it just remain unsettled in you. It's going to be so much more better for you to do that. So let's also see what other energy is coming from here. It says, being connected matters. We humans are not meant to exist in isolation for an extended period of time. Isolation can lead to loneliness, depression, increased anxiety, while the resulting emotional and psychological stress can weaken our immune system, making us more vulnerable to illness and reduce our ability to heal from injury. Elephant asks if you have been a loner for a little too long. It might be time to reach out and reconnect with your nearest and dearest, or simply to get out of the house and reconnect with people in the wider community. Go to town, sit on a park bench, and watch the world go by. It might also be time to establish new connections with people who share a common interest or a bond. If you enjoy gardening, you could look at joining a local gardening group. If you enjoy photography, you could seek out fellow photographers. Sharing a passion is a great way to connect. While some people can thrive alone, even a loner by choice needs social enrichment from time to time. It's not about being popular and having hundreds of friends. It's also not about going out each and every night and partying until dawn. It's about having someone there for us if we need to talk. It's about love and friendship, the family we have and the family we create. Elephant suggests that it might be time to place emphasis on relationships and maintaining healthy connections with who you consider kindred and family. And before it talked about family here, what I was feeling earlier too is that there is this kind of nudge and awareness around. They kind of showed me that it's like you had a falling out with either a group of friends or a family, your family, and so you pretty much are just like, I just give up. I'm just going to spend my time alone. I'm much more happier alone, and da-da-da-da-da. And now it's like they're nudging you to say, you can still have the majority of your time alone if you want, but for you, it's important for you to reach out at least to one of those individuals of that group and just, it's like put out an olive branch, put out a hand of love, not accusing, not judgment, not any of those things. Even if it's just saying, I'm sorry for how things turned out with that situation, and if you want to talk, I would love that, and leave it in their hands. Just doing that will be enough for you at this point. We'll see what else. We're, of course, going to dive in deeper here. And if you're new to my channel, what I do each month is I take a tarot deck and I take the major arcana and separate it from the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And the major arcana represents, like this card, it's the overall energies about what the creator wants you to know for the entire month. So we'll see what else the creator would like you to know regarding your communication for the month of May. All right. So for our Libras, what else would you like them to know? Okay, they do want this one right there. And you have the Empress, number 3. And the Empress is very much about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And it's about new birth, newness, getting out into nature, a breath of fresh air. So I love this because, like we were talking about, do this for you. One of the biggest things, like it was talking about in the card, we don't realize that when we have this underneath the surface and we have these emotions that are happening and bubbling and festering, that it's impacting our psychological and our physical bodies. And so one of the healthiest things that we can do is to forgive others, not let them off the hook, not let them do it again, not do all this other stuff, but releasing the wrath. Because it's like, if you drink a vial of poison and go, aha, now you're going to be sorry you did that. No, why is my stomach hurting? Why do I feel sick? Well, it's because the poison only impacts us when we drink of that, judgment. We drink of that resentment. We drink of all those, angry emotions. That only impacts us, not them. So this is like this nudging. Do this for you. Now we're going to look into the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And what the 4 suits of the minor arcana represent are the 4 different kind of aspects of your human experience. We're going to start off with the fire element, which is the wands suit. And this represents your drive, your ambition, your spark, your passion, your energy in general, and can be your spiritual energy as well. So this will just be what the creator wants you to know about your energetic adventure during the month of May regarding this situation here. So what else for our Libras, please? Okay, they do want that one right there. Yep, 5 of Wands. 5 is a great number to have for this because it is about transforming, seeing energy from a different perspective. Because when you first start, when I see this, I have a little kung fu movie that plays in my head where it's these 5 individuals and they have these wands and they're all and they're battling and fighting, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're trying to hurt one another, even kill one another, and they're just in this conflict that's going on. And they go and they go and they go until one is remaining and the other 4 are laying on the ground exhausted, and the other ones in the middle exhausted themselves, barely standing. And then they all bust up laughing, and you're like, what is going on here? Then they put their wands away, and then they all walk arm in arm down the little path back to the monastery's cafeteria, and they start eating together. And then you realize, oh, what I thought was a conflict was actually they were all helping each other fine-tune their skills. And so this energy transforms from being one of conflict to being one of helping one another. And I kind of feel like that is this energy change that is coming for you. It is this change from feeling like there was all this conflict, but when you've taken this time away and you've taken this time alone, you've done reflection, and you're able to see things from a different perspective. You're able to transform it and go, you know what? I see why I was defensive. I see why they were defensive. And now I can try to go back and still interact with them. Maybe you don't want to interact as deeply or as often, and that's quite all right. If you've learned your, I don't want to say lessons, but if you've learned the knowledge that you wanted to learn from that situation, then you will move on to something else. If you haven't learned all the knowledge you wanted to learn from them and you stop, you're just going to find it somewhere else, because that will happen. Our mirrors in our lives will always be pointing back to us how we feel about ourselves until we see it. They will continually be our little teachers, reflecting back to us everything that we want to see until we see it. So I love it. We're also going to pull a card here from these Energy Oracle, just to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your energetic adventure during the month of May. All right, so what else for our Libras, please? Okay, that's the one right there. And you've got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So this is connecting to the crown chakra, connecting to the higher realms. And when you add 4 and 1 together, you get 5 again. So there is this transformation. And, you know, when I talked about earlier about you spending time alone and understanding, seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things in a different way, when you connect to your higher self, when you connect to that higher world of unconditional love, the Creator, Spirit, your angels, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, whatever beings of unconditional love and light you believe in, once you really focus in that and this spiritual energy comes in, you start to see situations from a place of unconditional love instead of from a place of conditional love and conflict, right? And fear. So this is this transition, and I will do that. I really feel like there's like this 6 of Cups energy. We'll talk about cups when we get to emotions, but the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about looking back at memories and transforming those memories, because you see things from a different perspective. You realize when you're able to sit in a place of unconditional love, knowing that every second is either of conditional love and fear or of unconditional love. So if you go back and whatever conflict caused this rift with a relationship, you can go back and look at it once you're sitting in unconditional love and go, okay, was that situation of unconditional love? No, then it was a fear. And when you realize that when we're in fear, the human mind drains itself of a lot of blood to prepare itself for fighting and for fleeing. And so we literally go out of our minds as a human when we're in fight or flight. And it doesn't make emotionally intelligent decisions. It just makes reactionary decisions that are very much, self-preservation. And when you go back and look at a situation like that, that's where this energy transformation happens. And this movement of the old ways of looking at things and old memories and feelings into new ones too. Because you're able to go and you look at the situation differently, going, oh, okay, so they were reacting out of fear and I was reacting out of fear. We were both, the little child in us was feeling unsafe and out of control, and it was trying to do whatever it thought it needed to do to gain control and to feel safe again. And it didn't realize that, what it was doing. I didn't realize what I was doing, and now I understand the situation more. And then when you have that, you start to think about that person a little differently, and then you definitely start to think about yourself a little differently as well. So I love that. So if that 6 of Cups comes up, we're like, yes! But if not, they still wanted you to get that message, so there you go. This is spirit connections, intuition, and inspiration. The beautiful angel Uriel is also called the fire of God. This is the fire element. They wear a brilliant crystal crown vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your 7th energy center, which is called the crown chakra, and is located at the top of your head. This card, upright, indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness. So allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from Spirit is great, and whether it's the presence of an ascended master, a powerful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend or family member in Spirit, Their love and willingness to assist is always there. They even open you to the Akashic records, or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you will find that your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. And I really like that, because I feel like if you can take the time to be still and get quiet and connect to the spirit world, and you ask them for understanding of the situation, like, why did they act that way? Why did they say that? And you really look at it from a place of unconditional love, they will show you the things you need to see. They'll give you the information. Like, you'll be like, were they abused when they were young? Is that why they were acting that way? Or what were they fearing? And then you'll get information, and it'll just help you understand. What's interesting is I was reading that, this card jumped out to me, and it's like, here's your crown chakra, bursting with beautiful brightness and light. Here's your third eye chakra, which is how you connect in your intuition and stuff too. And then down here is your throat chakra. So it's like the three higher chakras are on fire here, like this was talking about with this fire. So it is about this higher information coming in for you too. All right. We're going to move into the next suit, which is the Pentacles, which is the earth element, where this is your energy and your spirit. We're going to talk about your mind and your emotions. This one, the Pentacles, is about the outside world. The other three are about your inner world. So this is going to be all those beings on stage with you, all those characters, those bodies outside of you. It's your possessions, all those props, even your body. So this is about your physical experience during the month of May. So for our Libras, what would you like them to know about their physical adventure in May, please? Okay. Whoa, okay. All right. Well, you've got like 5 cards. So you evidently have a lot going on in the physical world out there. But these are great cards so far, because I'm going to start off with this one. This one is the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. And this basically represents new opportunities coming your way in the physical world. So this is perfect, because when we're talking about, and I understand now with all this, because it was talking about you being alone for so much, and they're like saying there's a lot of activity that can happen in your outside world if you'll step outside into the outside world. Which is funny, because the next one's the 9, which is about you finding your wholeness and completeness from within yourself. And because the 9s are about the Hermit card, it's the number 9 in the major arcana is the Hermit. And so this is about you find your wholeness and completeness, not from all that activity in the outside world, but from within. So that changes your perspective on the outside world. You're not looking and connecting for your validation and for your wholeness and completeness. You are instead really connecting to the outside world to nurture yourself, to release things so that you can find this wholeness and this completeness, because you do have the 8 of Pentacles, which is about moving to the next level in the outside world. And so this can be moving to a different level in your relationships. And so that could mean, of course, a couple things. One, it could be that you leave friendships and relationships, like you go and you make it right, but then you do that so you can take care of that loose end in your life, apologize, make it right on your side, and whether they do it or not, that's what this 9 of Pentacles is about. Whether they do it or not doesn't matter, because you're not doing it to validate. You're not apologizing to get an apology. You're apologizing to release all these emotions within you so that you don't have to have that bubble inside you anymore, right? Because you have the 7 of Pentacles here too. So you have 7, 8, and 9. The 7 is about you've planted seeds and you see the fruit growing on the tree and it's not ripe yet, and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And this has this message in it that your inner work, you move a lot faster because on the inside things go like this, but the outside world, it takes time for things to ripen and things to grow. So even though you put in the work and you do all that, you may not see the benefit in the outside world happen. And so it's about be patient with results as it goes through there. The other thing it says is that you planted seeds, you did things, and you see the fruit growing, like you're like, oh, look, apples are coming out. And you're like, oh, that's right. Well, when I planted that seed, I wanted apples, but now I want, avocados. So I'm going to stop investing in the apple tree, and I'm going to now focus my energy on my avocado tree and planting that instead. So there's this movement and this change of things happening there too. And your final one, yay, 10 of Pentacles. So this is about finding this, this wholeness and this completeness that you found within yourself. It floods out to the outside world. So you had 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, and I love that the 10 is the final card because it shows you that you do have these endings and new beginnings. You do move to these new levels of relationships. Yeah, the other thing I didn't talk about, the 8, which I'm glad they brought back up, is that maybe it's, it's about moving to this new level and, leaving relationships, but also it could be like you heal something in the relationship and then your relationship moves to a new higher level because of it too. So that's what that 8 of Pentacles can bring. We'll also pull from this Oracle of E just to see what else they want you to know about your physical adventure. So you have a lot going on in the physical world during the month of May. You can still have your alone time, but again, remember, this is all for you, this self-nurture. So what else for our Libras for May, for their physical adventure? Okay. So you start from scratch. So there is this starting over message that's coming in here. So you either going to start over with a new person, choosing your own family, your new family, or new friends, or new partners, or whatever. Or you're having like a reboot with a relationship. We'll see what else they say here. Congratulations, you've got all the ingredients for every one of your dreams to come true. Everything is now within reach. What are you waiting for? It's not going to bake itself. Quit looking and start cooking. Yeah, so that's that message too, right? Quit looking and start cooking, because this is about taking action on those things, no longer having yourself isolated, having those things bubbling. It's like, what are you waiting for? Just do it and get it over with, because you're going to be happy with either if you're leaving something behind, you've dealt with it, it's cleansed, it's no longer bubbling inside of you, or you've dealt with it and the relationship explodes and goes to another level because of it. So either case, you will benefit for it and you're going to be healthier because of it. And then we move into the sword suit, which is the element of air, which is your element. So this, you not have to be afraid of any of these cards. This is where you live and breathe and fly, being an air sign. So this is just going to be your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And so this is just going to be what your mental adventure looks like during the month of May regarding these communications. So for our Libras, okay, they definitely want to talk to you. My goodness. Only 3 this time, not 5. And you've got the King of Swords, so this is great. This is you. You are the master of your suit. You're the master of the air. You wield this Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to the higher truths. We were talking about connecting to those the spirit in those higher places. So you're able to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm and cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that are no longer serving you as well. Yeah, because you actually have the page or the knave of swords in this one, but here you go, wielding that ace of swords again. This is new communication too coming in, because pages are the young little, youthful ones that would go around going, hear ye, hear ye. So there's this new communication that's coming in as well, which makes sense with it's talking about communication is necessary. So communication is coming, and what you do with that is totally up to you. And they, of course, the advice they're giving you is this is the time to quit looking and start cooking, right? Oh my gosh. And here's the Ace of Swords itself. So you definitely have new communication coming in. You have this strength and the ability to cut away those small t truths. You're able to see things and connect to this higher realm. It's definitely a very, very strong message to step out of your small t truths of the human mind, look from things from this higher place of unconditional love and all that beautiful wisdom and knowledge from above, because that's going to transform how you're seeing everything during May and then forward. We're also going to pull a card here from the Clarity deck, which is produced by this group of ladies called Girls Gone Happy. And so no matter how you identify, whether you identify as male or female or something in between or outside of that, we are all honorary Girls Gone Happy for this reading. So yay! So we're going to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during May. So for our Libras, what else would you like them to know, please? Okay, that one right there. And you've got the Artiste. How could you be more creative here? What's keeping you from being more creative? How will you work with this blockage? And the 3, coming out with the Empress too, as like a theme for the month. 3 is very much a number of creativity. And so really connecting and allowing this stuff to get out of your mind, that is your blockage. That'll allow you to be more creative in so many different ways in your life. So you definitely, it's cutting away these blockages is what this is all about. So I love that. And then we move into the final suit, which is Cups. And Cups is the water element that represents your emotions. So this will be whatever the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure regarding this communication. So what else for our Libras, please? And their emotional adventure. Okay, 2. You just got a lot of communication. Well, that makes sense. Yep, you have the 4 of Chalices, the 4 of Cups here. These are the 3 cups that we are told to look for our emotional fulfillment. It's relationships, it's circumstances like jobs, education, social status, situational type stuff. And then the other one is the physical things like our possessions, our bank account, even our physical bodies. And we go and we drink of all these things and we're still thirsty because these things are unstable and they don't allow us to feel joy for long, if at all, because people change or pass away. Situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. So they're very much not feeling fulfilled. But I love this one because here they are connecting to the higher realms. They're meditating or praying, and then here comes Spirit, the Creator. All your posse of beings on the other side are bringing you this Ace of Cups, this chalice, the Holy Grail. And what is inside there is the unconditional love essence, the living waters of the Creator of all things. And so that is what brings you this emotional fulfillment and emotional stability during the month. Because the 4s, think of like a table with 4 strong legs on it. It is a very strong foundation. There was also something else that was whispering to me over here, that with these situations, if because when it talked about connecting to your loved ones on the other side, if the conflict that you had was with someone who had passed away, they are so willing to communicate with you. And they are not that character anymore that they played here. They are the being of unconditional love and light, their soul on the other side. So whatever you want to reconcile with them, they are listening. They are always around you, loving you and supporting you. Not as that character. If they played a villain in your life, they're not playing that character anymore. They're the actor behind that character. And know that you can reach out to them too, because they are giving you their unconditional love and support. And they love you so much. And so if you're needing to, let them have it. They're like, yeah, just, communicate with us, talk to us, yell at us if you need to. But we love you. We ask you to forgive us for any pain that may have been churned up inside of you by their actions. And they do want you to be able to have this relationship with them now as a human, with that higher self of them, not the villainous character, if that's who they were, but the higher self. So that also was coming in here for you. And I know this is a general reading, so that's not going to be for everyone. And then you have the King of Cups. So again, here's that chalice. They're bringing this beautiful, beautiful, unconditional love. This is the highest love that you can achieve. And that's that unconditional love coming in for you, which you gain, all this purple, again, comes in when you connect to the higher realm. So I love it. Right. And then your final big card, we're still going to pull a card from here, but your final big card is from the Spirit Junkie deck. And because it's the last big card, it could represent more about what you, around your emotional adventure, but we're also going to let it be a wild card. And it can be whatever else the creator wants you to know about your, May adventure. So for our Libras, what else would you like them to know, please? For the month of May, anything else? Okay, this one right here, and they do want that one there too. Sorry if I hit the camera there. Today, I consciously choose to think loving thoughts, take compassionate actions, and bring forth peaceful energy. Yep, that's that transformation, right? That's this change of how you're going to be looking at things differently than you did before. Yeah. My power lies in my peaceful presence. So yeah, more peaceful energy, peaceful presence. And this is definitely, they're saying that, again, this nurturing energy here, you're going to do this because it brings you peace, right? Let me say that again. This nurturing, this self-nurturing, you're going to take this action because it brings you peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of spirit. It changes your energy. And so you're doing it for you, okay? Then your final message is from the Heart Affirmations, and this will just be your final messages from the Creator for this reading for the month of May. So what's your final message for our Libras, please? Okay, they said they do want these two. Okay, 3. Why not? You get all these beautiful messages on purpose for a purpose. My mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace. I just can't say anything else. Yes, I experience love in all its beautiful glory. Yeah, definitely this love coming in here. I actually want to put this one over here with this love from above connecting to the higher realms. Yes, I reawaken my soul's desire to learn and grow beyond existing limitations. And so this growth, yeah, definitely we talked about with the 8 of Pentacles, that you're ready to grow beyond these limiting thoughts and these limiting beliefs we talked about. You're ready to express yourself, express that unconditional love that's within you in your own unique, special way. And again, this peace, this blockage that you've had to express who you really are, you want to take care of that for you. Again, they keep on reiterating, this is for you. You're not letting people off the hook. You're not going to let them do the same things again. You're doing this so that you can live a peace-filled life. So I love that. Yep, and they said, that's it. They have nothing else to say. And I'm like, yes, you've said enough, haven't they? But if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings by each zodiac sign, I also put out weekly energy updates by each of the elements, like air signs, water signs, fire signs, etc. Also, a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on those messages, and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click this like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, just select all, and you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share those videos of that channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful for that. And it also helps my channel grow. So thank you. These are general readings. So if you are looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings currently, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you Libras, as you go through this amazing month and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing month. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you hang in there and you take care.